John Robb at the Grub Memorial this weekend. I'm done with the tour. Tell them the story. Tell them I still have a gospel.
Song, that's like one of the songs.
I know.
Sure.
Maybe a half dance. Only when he starts dancing, then they'll stop. You guys gonna play? Can you play for like 30 seconds? Yeah.
Play him on.
All right. The Ignacio just came and whispered in my ear, "It feels like the storm is coming, so why don't you start talking?" And I said, "I don't want to interrupt that music. Are you kidding me?" And somehow you got the cue, and that's great. That's it. Your music sets the correct festive tone for what is a really, really exciting event today that I'm personally proud to be a part of as mayor. I'm really excited to be joined by Councilwoman Vanice S and Councilwoman Tiffany Whitman. They are such leaders in our city when it comes to youth and kids and youth programming. I'm just so glad that they're here to add their thoughts to what we're going to be doing this summer. And there are so many partners and kids and community folks that it's just hard to not have a smile on your face, regardless of what Mother Nature may do to us here in a few moments. We are here today kicking off what will be a 13-week program that will provide truly holistic services to the children of our community. This is part of our ongoing commitment, which we have talked openly about and relentlessly about this year, about giving kids productive things to do this summer. We want them to have great experiences and wonderful memories and make friends and get out and get exercise and learn a skill if they want. There are jobs for them to be had. Council passed a package about a month ago of well over $1.5 million to really up our commitment to kids and youth this year. And it's important to do in all cases, but especially now at this moment we're going through in our country, coming out of the pandemic, facing some of the challenges that we face. We are all in on helping kids. And so I'm excited to talk about what that means in specific terms. But we're also building upon what we did last year. In fact, I want to say we were right here 1 year ago talking about just the nutrition part of the puzzle, which we're going to emphasize again. But part of the theme I'm trying to communicate is we're building upon what we had last year, and we're just expanding it. So last year we talked about how kids need to have access to nutritious meals all the time, but especially during the summer, and I think it was right here we announced our plan to do that. Let me start by saying we're doing that again this year. We're partnering with Connecting Kids to Meals and Children's Hunger Alliance and other partners that will allow kids every weekday for the next 13 weeks to show up to any one of them. There's a number of parks, I know we're going to pass it out, where they can get access to some lunch, free lunch, nutritious lunch. Today is the first day that we're making this available, but it's going to go every weekday beginning this week for the next 13 weeks. Everyone's welcome, everyone's eligible, there's no income guidelines, there's no costs. And if you're a kid, you want a little something to eat before you go out and stretch those muscles and move around, come to a park like this, or again, we'll go through the whole list of parks, but there are plenty of them, and we're going to make sure, because of our partners, that kids are going to be able to have something to eat. But this year we're pushing it. we're doing even more. We're starting something called the Good Grub Social Club. If nothing else, a commitment to rhyming. But what this does, not at all the parks, and in fact not at every park where we're going to be providing nutrition, but at a handful of parks, almost always parks that have pools. What the Good Grub Social Club is about is, okay, you show up there, obviously you get your nutritious lunch, but then you have access to all of the programs and the enrichment opportunities that our partners are here to provide. So we're going to hear from all of them, and I don't want to start introducing because I'll forget someone out, but I'm going to do it anyhow. See the library, the imagination station, the YMCA. So maybe you show up, get something to eat, plop in the pool and swim around, but then you look and you say, oh, goodness, there's the library bus, and you can go in and access their resources. You don't have to go to the library will come to you. You don't have to go to the imagination station, it'll come to you. You sort of bring opportunities for enrichment and activity and knowledge to kids in the parks. Now, a lot of this is spelled out in this insert that we ran, not yesterday, but a week ago Sunday. All of these programs are outlined in here, but we're announcing this today because we want to amplify it. We want to encourage people to visit our website to learn more and to, if needed, sign up for some of this. But again, there's not a lot of sign up needed. It is open to everyone. There are no guidelines. There's no application process. It's free, and we want kids everywhere in every part of Toledo to show up every lunch hour on a weekday, get some nutritious food. I know Wendy's going to talk about how important that is, and then take advantage of the Good Grub Social Club, which is also every day, not at every park, but every day you'll have the opportunity to kind of go beyond just the nutritious meal, but get that meal, get some exercise, and then take advantage of all of this enrichment that our partners are going to bring to kids this summer. I don't want to keep making the same point, but I just think it's so crucial. We all have a hand, we all have a role in making sure that our children grow up in a positive, loving, healthy community. We all have a role in that. And the city has a role in that too, you bet. And we have, in my opinion, stepped up in a big way this summer, doing things that we've never done before. Frankly, spending resources that we've never spent before. All dedicated toward making sure that we're doing right by our kids. It's now up to you, Mom and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa and guardians and loved ones. This, let's make sure your little ones, and not so little ones, teenagers and whatnot, make sure they take advantage of this. We're really working hard to. We really want kids to have a positive experience this summer, full of all of the wonderful memories that we benefited from. But we need all of us working in the same direction. So, I talked so long, I think the storm passed. But again, we're really excited to be here. And what I want to do, and we're going to hear from a bunch of the folks behind me, but I'd like to turn it over next to Councilwoman Whitman, who's going to talk through some of the things that I may have missed. So, Councilwoman Whitman.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. We know that Good Grub Social Club would not be possible without our amazing partners. I want to take the time to introduce our partners and talk a little bit about what they're going to be doing this summer. So in each week, in each of our city parks or pool location, you will find Imagination Station. Oh, it's Mayor's there right behind it. And so the team at Imagination Station will have a variety of fun and engaging classes with lunch. We also have our partners, the Toledo Lucas County Public Library. And we will have a book bicycle mobile for kids with fun and engagement for all ages. We also have our partner, Toledo Grows. Kids will be able to learn about our bee friends, our pollinators, and a pollinators class, and they will have an activity and something to take home with them as well. We also have our amazing partners with Toledo School for the Arts. And kids will be able to have fun and also have an active dance party, again, in each of our park and pool locations. And then finally, we have the YMCA. The YMCA Fun Bus will be on hand and full of fun and active things for kids to do at lunch. The Good Grub Social Club, as Mayor alluded to, is not just about providing meals. We want to make sure that kids have nutritious meals. And so at this time, I would like to invite Woodley Hutley, President of Connecting Kids to Meals, to talk about their partnership with the Home Garden.
Thank you, Councilmember Whitman. Thanks for you guys, for everybody being here. We're really excited about this. This is great stuff. You know, this is really our community coming together and saying kids matter. And so when I look at, you know, our opportunity, I'm here today to represent Connecting Kids to Meals, obviously. We have some sample meals over here, some things so everyone can see what we're going to be giving to the kids. But I'm also standing here to represent Summer Meal Partners of Northwest Ohio, which is a community collaboration made up of a number, over 40 stakeholders who care about what happens with kids and are increasing access to meals, helping to increase access to programming, many of whom are behind us and in our community. And so many of you may or may not know, but there are 60,000 plus kids in our community that rely on school meals. So when summer hits, many of them struggle to find access to healthy meals. Nutrition is key for kids' development. And so, you know, Connecting Kids to Meals, Children's Hunger Alliance, Jamie Harder's here. We're working to make sure that wherever programming is taking place across this community, we want to make sure that there's access to meals. Because we want kids to fully maximize the opportunities for fun activities, educational, enrichment, boxing, sports, whatever's going on. We want to make sure that kids can get the most out of their opportunities. So, you know, I just have to thank my staff, and I have to thank Partners in Education and their staff. They're working tirelessly. You'll be able to visit partnerstoledo.org to find out about where all the sites are. So we're at a number of the parks and pools. We're also in the community with nearly 100 sites throughout Greater Toledo. So you can visit partnerstoledo.org to find out information. If you want to volunteer and help us pack some meals, you can contact connectingkidstomeals.org. And we would love to have you participate with us. But you know, today we just want to say thanks to all of our partners who make it happen, make it possible for kids to get access to meals, because we know how important it is. And for this initiative from our city and our city council and for all of our partners, it is remarkable. And I am expecting that this will not just be for this summer, but it'll be for many summers to come. So thank you.
Thank you, Wendy. Welcome to this glorious day. It actually is, because kids are important for this community. And as we push through the summer, we want to make sure that it's impactful food-wise, because one thing that we know is if you have food, the kids will come. We have food, and I thank you to Wendy and the Partners in Education and all the food providers for this summer. Not only are they going to provide food, but all the partners that have activities is going to be great. I am so excited because we will have camps, day camps throughout the whole summer. One in particular, the boxing camp. I'm super excited about that. Our kids are going to be working up a hunger, and we'll have food to provide them there. As we think about our kids and the activities this summer and being outside, they get hungry a lot. And so we want to have that at their hands' reach. When you talk about kids ending their school year, and this was a tough school year, and as I say every council meeting, our kids got hit the worst. So when we talk about COVID and how COVID hit our school systems, we talk about how they hit them hard. And the fact that Connecting Kids to Meals and the pool partners, the Children's Hunger Alliance, worked all year long, not just the summer. They worked all year long, even providing my child care center with some quality food to take home weekender bags. So we definitely want to make sure the summer is impactful, and we have food so everyone can come because there'll be food there. Make sure that our kids are signing up for our boxing camp. Shameless plug. We're having a boxing camp at Smith Park and at Navarre Park. Smith Park will be in June. Navarre Park will be in August. Please look on Toledo's website for all the activities. And I know me personally and the Parks Department have passed this around to beauty shops, convenience stores, barber shops. Pick this up. Find out where you see the Social Grub Hub, because I'll probably be in one because I'm actually not a boxing coach. I'll be actually learning how to pollinate bees. So please come out. Make sure you bring your family along. Make sure that they're going to be family fun activities. So I don't know if they're going to let the parents eat food, but make sure you bring your kids out because I'll probably steal an apple or two. Thank you.
I think the bees are supposed to pollinate flowers, but you're a boxing expert, so not a. So, again, you can tell we're all in a good mood. A lot of smiles on our faces, and hopefully a lot of smiles on the faces of young people this summer, because we're working so hard to make sure that they have wonderful experiences and wonderful memories. I want to thank the Steel Drum Band from the Toledo School for the Arts for their performance. It was excellent. And all of our partners up here, Toledo Grows, and here I go again, the Imagination Station, the Library, YMCA, I know I'm forgetting everyone. Are you nodding because I'm forgetting people? Or so, again, we plugged this a couple times, but make use of this, please. Everything that we're doing this summer, whether it's part of this program or not, is in here. And then, we also have special handouts for the Good Grub Social Club that we're going to have around, but they also exist on our website. So please visit the City of Toledo's website, the City of Toledo's Facebook page. Call us, email us, ask questions, reach out. We've provided some resources here. And now we need to get kids and families to take advantage of it. Does anyone else want to say anything? You want to say something? A younger person? You look like you do. Trust me, they don't want to hear from you. You want to say something? No. Anyone want to say anything? All right. Okay. Well, that's the end of our formal presentation. I don't know if anyone has any questions or if you want to do one-on-ones. We have a question.
Is all of this funded through the ordinance that council passed that was designating ARPA funds for the summer programs? All this is within that allocation?
Yep. And actually, now that we've gotten the Treasury guidelines, we know for certain, as we suspected, that this is, I think they call it a presumptively eligible use, so we will, at some point in due course, have City Council reimburse for it. But again, that's exactly what those dollars, in my opinion, were meant for, to invest in neighborhoods and kids and folks who were hit hard by the pandemic. And as Council, I can't remember if it was Williams or Whitman or perhaps both, kids were uniquely hard hit by the pandemic. So this is an absolutely responsible and appropriate use of those funds, and I'm glad we got out ahead of it, actually. So yes, it all comes from that ordinance that we passed. Was it May? Maybe? Early May? We could have made it. He would have liked it better. So it's anything I'm missing? It starts today, 13 weeks, free, open to everyone. How many parks are going to have the nutrition? Well, but won't be all the parks. I mean, we have 10. Okay, all right. So 10, and we have a list of them. Yeah, about a dozen or so. All the big parks will have this every day, and maybe one or two will have the Good Grub Social Club Park, but that will rotate around. So today it's here at Navarre Park, but the next day it could be at Ottawa Park or Walbridge. So the Good Grub Social Club will move around, but the nutrition program every day at the dozen or so biggest parks. All right? Okay, thank you, everyone.
It is. Right there in the